How internet marketing improves life for young families. As we live in a world whereby the need to make money, we as parents seem to have little or no other alternative than to work within the established system. This system operates to a great extent on our need to meet the everyday costs imposed on us to physically survive. We are required to leave our families daily to forage for the elusive pieces of paper that allow us to provide the material necessities. As a father of young children who are of preschool age, I understand the difficulties faced in the United Kingdom. The level of state funding for nursery care is a maximum of 15 hours a week. All other hours are charged to us by privately run nurseries. Any extra hours above and beyond the 15 hours can cost over £1,000 per month per child, this assuming full-time care so as to work full-time. Considering that it is quite challenging for most of us to bring home an amount sufficient to meet the actual cost of survival, what options do we have to achieve a level of existence without the constant pressures of increasing costs and lack of funds to save for unknown eventualities? Let alone a comfortable retirement. This kind of penalization of young families can be very tough, considering that the average wage doesn't stretch to much more than basic necessities. My argument is not only regarding the high cost, it is also directed towards the point that at this formative stage of life children need the most attention from their parents. Due to this financial barrier, many of us are denied the privilege of directly giving enough time to our children. We are instead working long hours just to generate enough funds to meet this first 4 years of our child's life. A young family should be supported the most at this fragile stage, but the opposite is the case. During this global financial crisis, jobs are hard to come by. There are far fewer available paying a rate sufficient to comfortably cover the increased financial strain incurred by young families. The need to look for alternatives to this dilemma has become increasingly necessary. Thankfully, I have found one. After many years of working long hours and my time spent with my family was restricted, I started to think as to how my situation could be improved. As often happens, fate took over. In late 2007, early 2008, my business at the time in the construction industry was torpedoed by the financial crisis. As many of us have experienced, during a time of great upheaval, it is difficult to stay focused on staying positive and looking for the positive side to all situations. As luck would have it, I was forced to look deeper at alternatives available to me. As I have spent so many years working for myself, I was quite resistant and, I admit, fearful to look for a normal job. I had increasingly been made aware that it was possible to form a business using the internet. I had formulated in my mind the perfect scenario where I could operate a business from anywhere without the need for me to be physically in any particular place at any one time and be able to run a business around my life and not the reverse. It was also necessary that my income potential was not tapped. After some searching and due diligence, I discovered the secret behind how an increasing number of people were able to earn substantial incomes just with a laptop working from home. With this knowledge, I embarked on my mission to grow one of these new style businesses. As time has gone on, I have learned many of the money-saving techniques employed within this industry, which has enabled me to grow a thriving business that takes up a manageable amount of my time. This in turn is allowing me the freedom to balance the needs of my family both in physical presence and financially. I would strongly encourage anyone that is dissatisfied with their present situation, whether you have a young or established family, to take this style of business very seriously. There are many too good to be true offers, as many of us will have seen at some time or another, and on the whole they are. I would though advise that there are a few genuine business opportunities available. With a bit of work, a small to moderate investment, and the willingness to learn new skills, there is a real opportunity to grow a viable and reliable business without having to sacrifice the needs of your family.